Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great day yesterday while we were not live, while the stream was down. We'll have a good day, dude. We got video gaming news for today, September 7th, and then we're going to dive into what should be day 20? There was a question mark there. I think that's right. Day 20 of Fallout New Vegas, man. I think that's right, dude. Is that what I put in there? Yeah. Day 20. Cool. Day 20 of Fallout New Vegas, man. So, that's the plan. That's what we'll do today. It is quite possible we're going to start doing some, endless dungeon beta kind of testing stuff. Beta gameplay. With our buddy Tinwin tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll probably start Saturday. Just kind of depends on touching base with Tinwin when he gets access, because our access hinges on his access and schedules and stuff like that. But it does kind of kick off today, but it doesn't, I don't think, really start until about halfway through our stream day, and we weren't sure how Tinwin was going to get access and when, and you know, so it was just easier to just say, well, let's just plan on starting it on Friday. You know what I mean? So that's probably how we'll do things. And today will just be a nice, chill day of some Fallout New Vegas after we do the news. Cool. So on that note, let's go ahead and dive in here and find out what's been going on over the past couple of days, really, since we were down yesterday, of video gaming news. Cool. Let's see what's going on in the industry here. Get this going. That should do it. All right. Let's go. Nice. We'll leave the music. We'll jam out for a little bit while we work our way through finding our articles, and then I'll kill the music while we talk about stuff. Go over the articles in depth. All right. So apparently the TMNT movie was successful enough that they are adapting it into a game. I don't think that should be a huge surprise to anybody, you know what I mean? But if it was going to even moderately successful, I think that was going to be a pretty easy play. The Turtles have traditionally been a very, very nice... excuse me. Oh man, that really crept up on me. I'm sorry. I might have a third one. Yep. And there it is. All right. The Turtles have traditionally been nice game. You know, have had a nice segue into the gaming world. Their games have been traditionally pretty good experiences, and I mean, we know that there's another Turtles game in development right now, in Last Ronin, which is exciting, and we're all a lot of people are excited to see more about that, which we probably won't get for the next couple of years, but there's already a lot of hype around it. We'll have to see who's making this potentially, and I'm guessing it would probably be something like a modern version of the kind of old school games, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. Nitara returns to Mortal Kombat 1, played by Megan Fox. All right, dude. Nice. Yuck. What up, Davey? I'm great, brother. Yeah, thanks for asking, man. Good to be back, dude. Busy day yesterday, man. Real busy day, but it was good. Just had a lot of stuff to knock out, you know. Glad to be back at it, brother. How are you doing, man? Mm. Mm. The back stuff's no joke. I've been I need to get in a little bit better physical shape. I sit here so many hours a day, and I'm just not nearly in I don't need to be like jacked. I don't need to be ripped or anything like that, but I need to just feel a little bit better physically. So I'm trying to incorporate a new kind of routine and schedule for myself, man, because my back injury will flare up on me sometimes and stuff from back in the day. A big part of keeping that away is doing core workouts, keeping my core strong, stuff like that. And so I need to be better about it. Yo, what up, Gothic? Yeah. Yo, I saw there was a bunch of Discord stuff that I need to address. Yeah. I'm really sorry. It's been so busy for me here lately with I had been on vacation all the way over the weekend, and I was back for a day, and then yesterday was just full of life kind of stuff for me. So I haven't had much time to spend. I did get to look at some of the pictures. They did look very good. I didn't really have time to reply or anything yet. So I'll try to get back to you today. It's just been really busy for me here lately. So I will get back to you on it, okay? It's good to see you, friendo. We'll talk about this. Lenovo Legion Go price, a release date, specs, and more. Yeah, we always enjoy the cosplay stuff. It's very good. Yeah, for sure. Been crazy, just been crazy busy for me here lately, man. How you doing, Gothic? How you been? Yeah. I'm hoping things are gonna start slowing down a little bit for me now, where I can start getting back to focusing on some more of this stuff. You've been good. I'm glad. Gaming shelf hunts for hell wells on the Sea of Death. What is this? That sounds like my kind of jam. Yeah, we need to let's do this real quick. We need to look at Starfield today. Bro, what? They're not gonna have reviews up until noon. But I'm still gonna look at this because I want to bring it up on Steam and see what people are saying as well. Especially on the PC side of things, I want to know what people are saying about, in comparison to the Metacritic or the critic side, you know, the professional critic reviews. I want to know what the baseline is for user reviews. And I'm kind of expecting it to be close to the same, but I'm expecting to get more of an idea from users about the performance side, and probably to hear a little bit more about users feeling like the universe is a bit too bleak planet-wise and stuff, with how most of the planets you go to just don't have life on them and stuff. That's what I'm expecting anyways. Yeah, we've covered that actually, Davey. Yeah. Again, I don't really I don't understand where PlayStation gets off feeling like they have any right to increase their prices. Still cheaper than Game Pass. I mean, to be fair, PS Plus has only been around for, you know, on the same, a comparable, let's say not even the same, a comparable level of Game Pass. It has only been around for a year. And the fact that they don't, the biggest difference between the two subscription services is that Game Pass gives you day one releases, and PlayStation has said they'll never do that. You know, that it is a big difference. That's a big defining difference between those two subscription services. I mean, PlayStation wouldn't be raising the prices if they didn't feel like they were going to have enough people paying it. Apparently, they feel like they've got enough people that are just dedicated to their platform alone that people will pay it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be raising the prices. But from my point of view, it feels weird to see them doing this already after just based on those two facts alone. Not having the platform out for that long, as well as they are missing a key component that Game Pass has. One moment. So, I don't know. I mean, everybody's going to have their own opinion on that matter. I think a lot of people that are big PlayStation fans are, I think there's, I don't think anybody's going to be happy about it. But obviously, if you're a PlayStation fan and or consumer, and you're not really a consumer of anything else, then you're probably going to be more likely to buy into it than maybe somebody else who plays across different platforms or has a nice, well-rounded experience of different subscriptions and stuff, you know? I don't know. For me, it feels kind of gross that they already feel like they have the right to do that to people. Dude, another Nintendo Direct is coming. I was kind of wondering about this. Well, what I'm saying is day one releases of first-party games. That's what it is. Day one releases of first-party proprietary games. That's Sea of Stars is not that. Sea of Stars is not a first-party game for either, right? It's not a first party game for PlayStation. That game didn't have a contract to be proprietary with Sony or anything like that. That's not what that was. What I'm talking about are Sony first party proprietary games. We're talking about games that only come out on their console. Right, same with Xbox. Games that are developed by Microsoft or one of their subsidiaries. Same thing with PlayStation. Developed by PlayStation or one of their subsidiaries. Right? That's not what Sea of Stars was. So, Sea of Stars is an indie company. And it released on PC. It released on PlayStation. I think it was on Xbox and everything like that. So that's not where that game doesn't fit that criteria. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. The way it was, it sounded like you were stating it. Made it come off like you thought it was or something. Sorry. So another Nintendo Direct is coming our way. I kind of figured there would be. We had heard rumors that there would be one for September. So, oh, yo, and how is Sea of Stars, dude? You been playing it? I know a couple of people that have been playing it so far. Like our buddy Casual's been playing it, and he's really enjoyed it, dude. What do you think about it so far? The reviews for it across the board are fantastic, man. So we got the Nintendo Direct on the 31st, which all it was like showing off the new Super Mario Brothers game, right? And I was like, you know, they'll probably do another one later on in the month to kind of like showcase more of what's coming for Nintendo, I'm guessing. And it looks like that's probably correct here. So we'll take a look at this. Dude, that's me too. But it's so flipping hard. You know, that's exactly why I didn't start Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Because I've got too many games I'm playing, dude. You know, and I don't want to be playing a lot of other games while I play Baldur's Gate. And it's shout out to Pinky, dude. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Pinky's like, dude, he's dying to play Baldur's Gate 3 fully. He played early access, so he's got Act 1, you know, he's familiar with. But, you know, I don't really want to be playing these, like, experiences with people that have experienced the whole game anymore. It takes a lot of the fun out of it for me when it's my first experience, but the people I'm playing with have already experienced the whole game, you know? That's something that I've noticed is something that really takes away, because it feels like whenever I play games for my first time and I'm playing with community members and mods and stuff and they've already experienced the entire game, it feels like I can't really, for the most part, play the game the way I would like to, because they know so much about it already. Even if they're not spoiling and stuff, it's like they can just rush through. They know that how to, like, you know, there's just a lot of tidbits about the game they're just already so familiar with. It kind of takes away from the experience a little bit for me. So I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore, I don't think, you know. Like, I'm not going to play games that other people have already played. If people want to play games that I haven't played, that's cool. But, so Pinky's like, oh, God, so... now I'm not gonna play Baldur's Gate 3 till November. So he keeps going, yo, thank God it's already November. Just trying to like troll me about like, let's hurry up and play Baldur's Gate 3, you know. So I can't wait till November. I don't want to rush that though. You know, I'm really excited for next month because we got all the scare games. We got other games coming out this month. I'm excited to play too. The end of this month's going to be all Payday 3, which is really dope, man. I'm excited for that. We got a lot of stuff, man. It's going to be good. So, I'm not rushing it, but I am really excited to get to Baldur's Gate 3, man. But I feel bad for Pinky. I feel bad. Pinky's like, oh, man. Like, now I don't want to play any of the game because I don't want to know any, you know, because OA doesn't want to play with people that have played the game. You know? And so, it's pretty funny, man. But yeah, I hear you. I've had way too many games, like way more games being played concurrently right now than I usually do. But a big part of it's because there are so many games that come out around this time of the year. You know, June's like all the showcases. They start showing off all the games, and then it's like throughout the rest of June, July. It's like really July, August, September. and even October. Those 4 months of the year just feel absolutely incredibly packed with big releases all the time, dude. It's like every year's like that, you know. Yeah, yo, Titanfall 2's on sale right now on Steam. Check it out. So Titanfall 2 is $3, man, on Steam. And this is supposed to be a banger of a game. I never got to play it back in the day. But it's 94% positive of 153,000 reviews. And if you didn't know, I mean, like the Apex Legends game is actually something that was built off of this premise. It was supposed to be an addition to this world and everything, and then it became Apex. So, you know, if you enjoy Apex, this might be something, even though it's not, this isn't like, you know, the multiplayer aspect of this is not going to be there probably anymore. It's so old. I don't know that for sure, but the campaign of this game is supposed to be phenomenal, man. And at $3, it's supposed to be a very, very, very good. And this is the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition is $3. You get all the DLC, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So it might be worth a shot, dude. If you're interested, worth shouting out there, I guess. Also, yo, today's the last day to get Cave Story Plus on Epic, and then Spell Drifter will be your free game on Epic for the coming week, starting today in roughly 3 hours. Yep, roughly 3 hours. This will be the game that becomes available. Yeah. So get ready for it. Grab Cave Story, and then get ready for the new one. All right. Yeah, Spell Drifter. It's actually I looked it up on here. Check it out, dude. I'll link it for you. Here. It's on Steam as well, and you can see it doesn't have a lot of reviews or anything. It looks kind of cool. We took a look at it previously. We watched like the trailer for it and stuff. It came out in the beginning of last year. 72% positive of 11 reviews. But here is your here's your link if you want to check it out on Steam, just to get a better idea of what the game's about. Look at some of the reviews. Check out some of the videos and stuff. There it is right there. I mean, free games are free games, right? So, in my opinion, you should just be grabbing it anyways. But at least that'll give you an idea of maybe how much you want to try it out right now or anything. And exactly what it will be. Alone in the Dark's been delayed to January 2024. That's about all we need to know. That's not that far away, really. Stray's getting an animated movie adaptation. Oh, man. Bro, this game, the ending of this game, dude, made me feel like there were people cutting onions around me. You know what I'm saying? This game has the feels in it, dude. It did for me, anyways. This game was very good. I enjoyed this game a lot. It was pretty dope. Nice chill experience, and it was a good story, and it definitely had some feels to it. As somebody, especially I think anybody that is a pet person, if you will, you know, you're gonna have a quite the experience with this game, and that's cool, man. That it's getting an adaptation. Let's see who's doing it. By the way, has anybody watched One Piece yet? On Netflix? It's pretty flipping good, dude, I thought. I mean, I've never read the manga. I've never seen the animated, like the anime of it or anything. But I've always seen it around and was like, maybe I should take a look at that. And then the series came up on Netflix. I didn't even know they were making it. And so I watched it here recently. And I thought it was pretty flipping good, man. Yeah, yeah. So One Piece, they just made a real life adaptation. So it's about 8 episodes, I think, and it's a live action, yeah, One Piece show, and it's brand new. It's like 8 episodes, but they've also got like a bunch of the anime stuff that you can watch on there too. I think, but the live action is the new one that they just did, and it's pretty solid, dude. I thought it was really really cool. It was very entertaining. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm lucky. I thought of it too. No worries there, dude. Excuse me. See, I'm flipping tired this morning too. You need to play the most cathartic indie on Xbox game. Let's see what this is. What? New Indiana Jones video game teased by Bethesda's Todd Howard. Let's hope it's better than the new movies. I didn't even watch them, but I heard the new movie was pretty terrible. Zelda producer says there are no plans for Tears of the Kingdom DLC. I don't believe that, dude. The only reason I would believe that is because they have new hardware coming out. And them having new hardware coming out means that they might be entirely focused on a new game, rather than trying to add to this one. So maybe. But how long is it going to take them to make a brand new game for brand new hardware, as opposed to maybe some DLC for Tears of the Kingdom to tide people over for Zelda and would make them a lot of money? So that's one of the reasons I don't really believe that they won't come out with DLC for Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We need to see how Baldur's Gate 3 is doing on PS5 as well. Pull that up. Oh, come on, Mike. Only 9 reviews so far, but a 97. This game is going to be so flipping good, dude. I can't wait to play this. We'll look this up tomorrow as well. Because tomorrow in the news, we'll have user reviews on the PS5 side as well. Kind of like Starfield, right? So all right, you too, buddy. Yeah, have a good day at work, man. Be safe. Caffeinated cup of noodles. Wild. We'll go one more page here since we were not around yesterday for the news. We'll do a little bit of extended searches here. All right. These will be our articles for the day. Let's do this. All right. Oh, dude, look at David Bowie. Oh, man, what a legend. All right. So, new Nintendo Direct is coming next week, leakers claim. It's only been a few days since Nintendo hosted the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct showcase, on the 31st, to showcase what players can expect from the upcoming entry in the Super Mario Bros. Franchise when it launches on October 20th. Despite this, Nintendo is already gearing up to host a regular Nintendo Direct where it will showcase many of the titles we can expect to see throughout the rest of 2023 and early 2024. According to Brazilian website Universo Nintendo, the company is set to hold its latest Nintendo Direct presentation at some point next week between September 11th and 15th. It is unclear whether this will be a mini show or a larger presentation, but with the gaming industry heading into its busiest period of the year, we expect it to be the latter. This will mark the first Nintendo Direct presentation since June's presentation, which showcased games including Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Pikmin 4, a new Princess Peach game, and the Super Mario RPG remake. There's no news. Nintendo's very tight-lipped on this kind of stuff. So we won't know exactly. We also don't know exactly. We probably won't know until at least within 24 hours before Nintendo Direct happens when it will officially happen. But to be some things we could expect would be Sonic Superstars, maybe some more Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, maybe. Second Story R. Maybe some WarioWare stuff. Probably a little bit of some more Super Mario RPG to get that hyped up because that releases on November 17th. As well as like maybe some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC content. So we'll see. We'll see. They're kind of saying that maybe we'll see something about the Switch 2 as well. I doubt it. I don't think so. Nintendo doesn't like to show off stuff too early. And I don't think we'll probably... The release of the next Nintendo console is probably at least a year away. I think they'll probably release it earliest summer of next year. But it would probably be more likely for like a fall time frame, trying to get it released before the holiday season of next year. But I mean, it could happen in the summer of next year. That's just my assumption, though. And so I don't really see them showcasing anything, especially this far ahead for the hardware. Nintendo doesn't play that game. They're gonna wait until it's fairly close, probably until about a couple to a few months before they actually start releasing the hardware to really start pushing out info and promoting it and you know, marketing it and stuff like that. So that would be my assumption. We'll pay attention though. Sometime next week, Nintendo Direct. We'll hit on it in the news, and we'll I'm sure we'll probably. Usually the directs happen roughly around like 9 to 10 o'clock our time, and we'll watch it whenever it happens. Stray is getting an animated movie adaptation. Sick. For those not in the know, Stray was a legitimate contender. Dude, I need to turn off our music, don't I? Did it turn off on its own? It was just ending a song. Okay. Cool. My bad. We had music through that entire article there. I apologize. For those not in the know, Stray was a legitimate contender for Game of the Year in a lot of circles last year. Released by Annapurna, they were the publisher, on PlayStation and PC on July 19th. Later released on Xbox, Stray put players in control of an adorable cat fighting for survival and solving mysteries in a dystopian world. It was an emotional, thought-provoking experience that was short, sweet, and very memorable. Now it's evolving, and thanks to Annapurna's recent advances in animation, there's a full-fledged animated movie in the works that'll be based in the Stray universe. In a statement, Robert Baird of Annapurna Animation spoke highly of the project and revealed some details about the movie. Quote, "This is a game that's all about what makes us human, and there are no humans in it. It's a buddy comedy about a cat and a robot, and there's such a hilarious dynamic. So there's a comedy inherent in this, but there's not one human being in this movie. I think it's one of the reasons why the game was incredibly popular, that you are seeing the world through the point of view of an adorable cat." From that, it seems like the adaptation will literally be a like-for-like retelling of the events explored in the game, but it could, of course, go beyond that. It's fitting for news for the current climate. Seems like every game ripe for deeper exploration is getting a television series or a movie deal at the moment. Yeah, no doubt. That's all they really say. I'm sure we'll get more details at some point in the near future about where this is, where this is hitting, all the details, all the deets, man. Gris is the most cathartic indie on Xbox Game Pass right now. A little stuffy, a little bit. But yeah, I'm good, dude. Sometimes it's the weather's just changing right now, dude, a little bit. So my allergies are just a little bit yoinked up. they're all doinked, dude. So I've got just like my throat's a little bit weird and got a tiny bit of a cough, but it's just allergy stuff. I'm not like getting sick. It's just a little bit stuffy and everything. But I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. What's up? How are you doing, man? But I love the weather right now. It's real, like, it feels like fall setting in. You know what I mean? I love it, dude. I think we're kind of starting to probably hit that mode of like switching between some warmer into like the more mild, like fall type weather and stuff. It's kind of overcast today. It was yesterday too. So I love that. Friday today, sick, dude. Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome. Great, 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 dude. That's cool. Nice. So Gris is the most cathartic indie on Xbox Game Pass right now. Video games aren't usually the first place. We've seen this game, but it's been a while. Video games aren't usually the first place. Most people look for emotional release. Plenty of games offer emotional depth, of course, but those often come after bouts of challenging gameplay or hours of narrative buildup. When you've had a bad day or of work or gotten broke up with, it's much easier to just sink into your couch and put on a movie to cry to. The first game from Nomada Studio, Grizz, breaks that mold. This short, not particularly challenging platformer won't interrupt your catharsis with any major difficulty spikes, so you can focus on its story of overcoming trauma. Grizz is striking from the moment it begins, with its titular heroine perched in the hand of a giant stone statue In the hand-drawn opening scene, awash from watercolor blues, yellows, and reds, she stands and sings before the statue cracks, and her voice catches in her throat. As the statue falls apart, Gris tumbles an impossible distance, landing in a black and white desert. If it isn't clear yet, Gris isn't a game concerned about presenting a literal, concrete version of reality. Its wordless story eschews any traditional notion of plot, instead following Gris on a journey that's purely metaphorical and open to interpretation. Loss and recovery are everywhere in video games. Sometimes they're implicit in gameplay as you grow in power, and other times they're implicit parts of the game's story. When games do want to focus on topics as weighty as trauma and mental health, they tend to lean heavily on representing their specifics, often with a near sadistic focus on pain, rather than depicting how they feel to experience. Gris leans hard in the other direction. Its heroine's journey is set in motion by her fall from a colossal statue. It's not exactly a relatable experience, but the way color, music, and even her identity seem to fade away afterward may feel familiar to anyone who's been through depression or grief of their own. Back in the monochrome desert, Gris trudges on, her bright blue hair providing the only color on screen. The music is sparse, a tinkling piano song that spurs her through the barren landscape. All right. The first area serves as a brief tutorial introducing Gris's simple core gameplay. Across the world, you'll pick up tiny scattered lights, which you can use to form bridges or unlock doors. Each area has its own environmental twists to complicate the platforming, and Gris learns herself a few new movement abilities, but it remains simple and approachable throughout. It is very pretty. I remember seeing this game a while back. As Gris explores the world, it begins to fill with color and life. First, the deserts fill with red watercolored clouds, and birds dot the sky again. In this still mostly desolate area, abandoned but functional machines serve as signs that life once existed. Later stages introduce blue and green, along with more creatures swimming, flying, and crawling across the screen. The music likewise changes, adding more instruments and swelling from the timid sounds of the first stage to overwhelming orchestral tracks. Without complex gameplay or story to share the spotlight, Gris does everything it can do to push its artistic limits. It's full of intense, driving music to underscore the drama or heroism of each major scene. Visually, it's even more inventive, using pools of color to represent its heroine's emotions and blending elements of painting and traditional cell animation. The camera frequently pulls back, offering you a zoomed-out landscape of Gris's gorgeous environment, in which your character is just a tiny speck. Although Gris only lasts a few hours, it stayed with me since I first played it years ago. Dramatic scenes where your character's emotions take the form of predatory animals certainly leave an impression, but so do smaller details, like the movements of fish in the background and the masterful use of color and environments. Gris isn't the only game that's gotten me out of a depressive slump in my life, but it may be the most pleasant to revisit. While the punishing difficulty of games like Dark Souls and Celeste can be motivating, putting yourself through a meat grinder isn't always what you need. If you're looking for a gorgeous story of self-renewal you can finish in a single long night, you won't find a better option than Gris. It's available now on Xbox Game Pass, also available to purchase on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Pretty well reviewed game, dude, from back then. So if you're interested, there's that article, so you won't forget about it. All right, here we go, man. New Indiana Jones video game teased by Bethesda's Todd Howard. Let's hope the game's better than what the consensus reviews were for the movie. New movie apparently was not very good. So now I haven't watched it, so I can't talk from experience. But Bethesda's director Todd Howard has teased that the new information on the publisher's upcoming Indiana Jones video game will be revealed next year. Back in 2021, Bethesda first announced that Indiana Jones project was in development at Machine Games through a collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. Since this initial teaser trailer was shown off, no additional news on the Indiana Jones title has come about, which has led to ongoing questions from fans. While it seems likely that this indie game is still pretty far off from releasing, we now know that next year should bring with it some new information. Todd Howard, who is serving as a producer on the project, gave some broad details about the gameplay, stylings that will be seen in the experience. Before adding anything further, though, Howard stopped himself and indicated that he should be ready to talk more about the project next year. The release details are sparse right now. Bethesda hasn't even now. This isn't Bethesda developed. This is Bethesda published, right? So, but they haven't committed to any kinds of or what platforms yet. It will be Microsoft because it is Bethesda, so we know that means Xbox and PC. But we don't know if that means anything else yet. Not like this, bro. All right, dude. Yeah. Probably won't release until 2025, 2026. So expect that. But more details to come next year, okay? All right. Zelda producer says there are no plans for Tears of the Kingdom DLC. Even though Breath of the Wild received 2 major DLCs. Speaking to Famitsu, Anoma said there are no plans to release additional content for the game this time. He feels the team did everything it could in terms of gameplay opportunities. This time we're not planning to release additional content. Anuma said, we feel like we have already fully explored and exhausted the gameplay possibilities in this world. Initially, the reason we decided to develop a sequel was because we believed there was still value in experiencing new gameplay within that particular Hyrule. If in the future we find a compelling reason, we may revisit that world once again, whether it's another sequel or an entirely new title. But I believe the next game will offer a completely new experience because they're already developing it for the new generation of console. I guarantee it. I hope you'll look forward to it. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom takes place in a largely remixed version of the Hyrule overworld from Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom was originally supposed to be DLC for Breath of the Wild until it was just too big to not be a standalone. So, here's the thing. I can see this going 2 ways. To be fair, this game is going to be on the next console as well. Because Nintendo does what Nintendo does. And they're going to have people keep paying for this game. Probably keep paying for this game even if you've already paid for it once. So that you can play it on their next console as well. But from the developer point of view of this, I'm sure that they've already been probably working on a new Zelda game for the new hardware for some time. Now, how far into development they are, I don't know. But I'm guessing that there is some substantial place in development, project development of a new Zelda game, specifically being developed on the new Nintendo hardware, which we'll probably get within the next year. Not this game, not a new Zelda game, but the hardware. So, does it necessarily make sense for them to be focusing on DLC whenever that's, I'm willing to bet, the case? No. But at the same time, it will probably be a good number of years before we get the next Zelda game. And Zelda being so popular, if they were able to come up with enough content to develop a DLC, then it could be lucrative. And it could be something that tided people over until the next Zelda game actually came out. So, is it out of the question for them to end up making DLC for Tears of the Kingdom? Absolutely not. Because it would make sense in the realm of profitability and tiding people over until the next Zelda comes out for the new platform. So, I could see them doing it. Does it mean they will? No. But I could definitely see them coming to the table with a DLC at some point. Just too easy for them to make money off of it. Excuse me. That TMNT movie was so successful, it's getting a video game sequel. Nice. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in the midst of a comeback of sorts, or at least a little renaissance. Nickelodeon's big summer animated film TMNT Mutant Mayhem is getting a video game tie-in set in the movie's universe. Promises to combine the film's boldly painterly art style, with a funny story and energetic ninja teamwork. Not much has been revealed about the upcoming TMNT game, aside from players taking control of the turtles and interacting with movie characters like Rocksteady as they take on a new mutant threat in New York after the events of the movie. We don't even know the developers behind the game yet. What we do know is the game is being published by Outright Games, same publisher behind licensed games like Peppa Pig World Adventures, Transformers Battlegrounds, and Ben 10 Power Trip. The TMNT game will come out in 2024 on unspecified consoles and PC. I hope they do it justice. Nickelodeon is one of our longest standing licensing collaborators, and we're overjoyed to have the opportunity to bring Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to life in a brand new and original video game. Which is what Outright Games COO Stephanie Malham said in a press statement. Yeah, the film is getting reviewed very, very well. I'm probably going to watch it here soon. Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies are currently working on a sequel film and two-season series on Paramount Plus. They're also scheduled the film's home video release to be less than a month after its August theatrical release, which is uncommon for a studio to do while a movie is still doing the rounds in theaters. Yeah. So not only do we have The Last Ronin that's been in development for a while, we probably won't get The Last Ronin till, dude, I don't think they're projecting The Last Ronin until like 2025, 2026. It's still early in development for that game. But that's a very intriguing premise for the Turtles, or Turtle, as there's only one left alive in that version of the Ninja Turtle universe. It's a darker, more mature take on the Ninja Turtles universe, and it's a manga, that you can look into, and there's a lot of hype around it. But yeah, the movie is supposed to be very, very good. I will probably watch it very soon, as I have a kiddo that is very, very much into the Turtles. And so it'll be exciting. I think that, we've seen a lot of the retro, styled turtle stuff come back into the fold for us in the gaming world nowadays. And I think it would be nice to have something a bit more modern of a take. You know what I mean? I think it was nice for a lot of people to experience a throwback to the old school Ninja Turtles games, but I think a modern take would be very, very good as well. And hopefully they do it justice. They actually put some time into this and give the fans something they deserve instead of trying to push something out too fast. That's the hope for me, anyways. Notaro returns in Mortal Kombat 1, played by Megan Fox. She's evil, but she's also good. Nice. Mortal Kombat 1 revealed that Notaro will return to its roster of playable characters, and this time Megan Fox is voicing the vampire. Why does she look like she's wearing something out of the 90s, dude? What is this? She looks like she's wearing... That's like a Jamiroquai hat, dude. You remember that video? What's the Jamiroquai video, dude? Wasn't he wearing like a hat like that? Dude, that video is dope. That song's so good. What is it? Jesus, hold on. I'll watch. what they did. Dude, bro, fashion's so weird. Virtual insanity. Dude, it is. It is. It is, dude. Check it out. Jamiroquai. Virtual insanity, dude. Look at the hat. Look at that. Look at that hat, bro. She's wearing Jamiroquai's hat for virtual insanity. I flipping can't, dude. Oh my god. She's wearing the same thing. She just dyed it pink, dude. Oh, Jesus. So good. Yo, this video is so dope, though. Like, this song in this video was a banger back in the day. Virtual insanity, dude. Megan Fox stole Jamiroquai's hat. Oh, god dang, dude. What the crap, dude. Hilarious. I can't, man. Mortal Kombat 1 revealed that Natara will return to its roster of playable characters. This time Megan Fox is voicing the vampire. I can't get over the hat, dude. Natara's latest appearance was in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which is the latest entry in the series released for PlayStation 2 and Xbox in 2006. She's a member of the Mori, a vampiric race from the realm of Veternus. And Natara's main motivation in the Mortal Kombat games is to free her world from Outworld's control. She looks like she came straight out of the 90s, dog. I can't flip and do it, dude. It's too much. Why? Why? Why does fashion do this, dude? It's so weird. She's evil, but she's also good, explained Fox in a trailer for her character, showing off Natara's abilities and interactions with a few of the fighters. She's trying to save her people. I really like her. She's a vampire, which obviously resonates for whatever reason. Check it out below. God dang it, dude. Oh my god. Jamiroquai wants his hat back. Megan Fox. Oh, jeez.
And I'm
that flipping hat, bro.
She comes from this weird realm.
Oh, God.
She's a type of vampire creature. She's evil, but she's also good. She's trying to save her people. But I really like her. She's a vampire, which obviously
I can't flip and do it.
resonates for whatever reason. It's cool to be in the game.
Oh, my God, dude.
Really just voicing it.
Pull that thing straight out of the 90s, dog. Oh, Jesus.
I'll steal Datusha and kill you with it. You are welcome to try.
Oh, God. I needed more sleep last night, I
As I've
think.
been doing the sessions, it does force me to like tap into areas of myself that I'm not comfortable. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and it's caused me to like be more free with myself.
I need to do like a who wore it better.
What did you do with Poor Kung Lao.
Oh, God.
See her again.
Mortal Kombat, it's just one of those staples. It's been around since gaming has been around. I think it's just like an opportunity that anybody would want, because we did all grow up playing the game, and it is one of the greatest video games of all time.
Bro. Actually insane. Ugh. Quote, it's cool to be in the game because I'm not really just voicing it. It'll be like she's kind of me, she continued. Exemplified in the trailer, Natara uses her wings for an aerial advantage in battles as well as striking out with her claws and fangs to do damage to enemies. Current interview with People magazine, the actor is very good at gaming and crushed her fiance, Machine Gun Kelly, even though he thought he would win. Like, destroyed him in every time we fought. We did like 40-something matches, and I absolutely destroyed him every time. Just like Eminem did. Dude, I'm on one this morning. Holy crap. Yo, Fox also appeared in a hashtag Diablo deaths marketing campaign for Diablo 4, narrating player deaths as they fell to the onslaught of enemies in Sanctuary. MK1 launches for PC, Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S on September 19th. All right, yeah. I'm flipping on one, dude. Oh, it was great. So flipping funny, dude. God dang. Here we go. Okay, so more info on the Lenovo Legion Go price, release date, specs, and more. Lenovo has officially unveiled the Lenovo Legion Go handheld gaming device at trade show IFA 2023 following a series of major leaks that beat the tech company to the punch. Regardless of these leaks spoiling the grand reveal, there's much to pour over in Lenovo's official breakdown with new details, a release date, and price points revealed. Here's everything we just learned about the Lenovo Legion Go. Yeah, so we'd already kind of hit on this. Now, what I'm expecting is that there will be multiple models because they've given us different storage capacities, as well as it looks like they're saying up to a specific processor. So there's probably different storage capacities along with different processors that are going to be in this device. Now, they were telling us a $699 price point, which I am assuming is going to be the lowest. So this is probably going to fit that gap between the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. So you're talking like probably like a $700 to a $900 price point for these things. This is the same article we'd already seen. There's nothing new in here, unfortunately. This hasn't been updated. It's the same thing we'd already seen. Suck. Why is this dated 5 September, dude? Did we hit on this on the 5th? Maybe we did hit on the 5th. Maybe we just, maybe it wasn't before that. But you can see right here, they're saying there's going to be storage capacities of 256, 512 gigs, and 1 terabyte for storage, as well as up to an AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. So, meaning that more than likely you're going to see different processors that you can match up with different storage sizes, meaning that this will not be a one-stop shop price. You're going to have different makes and model, or different models, tiers, different model tiers to go with. This will probably be the low price point, somewhere around this. 700, you'll probably have like a 700, 800, 900 kind of price point, something like that, okay? Be prepared for that, I think. The gaming shelf hunts for hell whales on the sea of death. After last week's Dungeons & Dragons themed picket, I can really feel the solidarity on this blog right now. Now, in the spirit of industry solidarity, we're going to do something a little different, but for the better. This week is our first showcasing actual play podcasts and streams. Okay, this is a tabletop RPG. Okay. Not video game. Tabletop RPG, if you're interested, there's the link. This is not what we do here. We do video games. So, but I mean, dude, I love tabletop games. A lot of the community does. And so if you're interested, take a look. The link's right there in chat, all right? Last thing we're going to look at today, let's take a peek at some more Starfield stuff. Let's pull it up. The big thing is I'm wanting to see our user reviews here, okay? So if anybody has anything else to add for the video gaming news segment for today, hit me up in chat. Let me know, and I'll address it before we move on and play Fallout New Vegas for the rest of the day, okay? A little bit lower. Okay, so here's the deal. I was almost kind of expecting this. I think the game is having a little bit of some PC optimization issues. Nothing terrible, but I do think that that might be the case. I was also expecting to get a few negative reviews, probably based on the fact that there are gamers that are not real thrilled about how bleak the universe feels planet-wise. About 9 out of 10 planets you go to are going to feel very, very barren, basically. And there are an amount of people that are not real excited about that fact. I understand that Bethesda has noted all along they wanted this to feel more like a realistic space exploration experience, where a lot of planets you go to are going to be void of life, basically. You know, but let's see these reviews here. This is Bethesda's next great RPG. 120 bucks for standard edition is gross. Got an hour and a half in and was asleep at the keyboard. Yikers. Biggest issue is probably optimization. They're saying they did update theirs to show that they've found ways to adjust settings on PC to get some better frames. About 40 hours in, writing this. 0 crashes, minimum bugs. Those bugs were mostly funny, then annoying. None of them were game breaking. I mean, that's Bethesda. That's basically Bethesda. You're getting Bethesda at that point. That's what that is. I'll play this game on an HDD. This game requires a solid state drive. Most games nowadays are getting to that point. People have to start converting. If you're a game player, it's going to be a necessity. Don't expect super engaging No Man's Sky or Star Citizen Killer. The space exploration aspect of the game is meh. If you play it and treat it just like any other Bethesda game, the game is a banger. Wide as an ocean, shallow as a puddle. You design your game to consist of cells within cells, and on top of that, divide everything within the loading screens. Kills the flow of the gameplay and immersion pretty effectively. Towns and procedural sandboxes created upon landing on planets should be at very least dynamic and seamless for the player to explore. It's tedious that you have somewhat limited sandbox to play in any given time, and yet you still need loading screens for every single shop, office, hatch, alley, cave, ship, and whatever there is. Jesus. Let's say you want to do a simple task. Go sell your junk after a simple fetch quest. Go talk to an NPC on another planet. You have 15 loading screens coming. Exit planet, loading screen. Enter orbit, loading screen. Land planet, loading screen. Exit ship, loading screen. Enter shop, loading screen. Exit shop, loading screen. Enter ship, loading screen. Exit planet, loading screen. Enter orbit, loading screen. Land planet, loading screen. Exit ship, loading screen. Enter building, loading screen. Talk to NPC. Exit building, loading screen. Enter ship, loading screen. Exit planet, loading screen. Enter orbit, loading screen. Land planet, loading screen. Jesus. Terrible story engine, graphics and animations feel outdated, bad overcomplicated sluggish UI, bad AI, bugs. Bad inventory management. Traveling in space is mainly just loading menus, fast traveling, and landing takeoff animations. Yikers. Then why were they? I mean, what was the point in them trying to make it feel realistic about like all the like 9 out of 10 planets being barren and everything? I don't know. Gameplay itself, shooting and looting is somewhat enjoyable. Locations are detailed, but dealing with terrible sluggish UI, endless amount of loading screens, unresponsive menus, and animation nonstop just makes the game so heavy and tedious to play. It is almost not worth even playing. Probably spend half of your playtime navigating through menus, loading screens, and transition animations. Yeah. So a weird abomination of a game from the last decade, which feels more like a beta, early access, or a bare bone for the modders. Completely designed around players putting in hundreds of hours in order to unlock and experience all the mechanics, which is a lot to ask considering how tedious it is to play, how outdated game feels, and how uninspired the content is. Intentional game design choice where you're supposed to keep playing the game over and over again is just plain terrible because of this. You're not getting content that is worth the time invested when farming New Game Plus. Focus on only a main story once, maybe one or two faction quest lines. Um, the game is just not fun. It looks mediocre. It feels terrible to play. Bare bones for modders, beta, early access, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely not a polished next-gen AAA title worth $70. A lot of people would probably disagree with that, but they're not. Obviously, very thrilled with it. Heavy-handed exploration spent 4 to 8 hours trying to survey one planet. It was here I learned that without massive investment into survey and mobility skills, planet surveying is miserable, time-consuming work that again doesn't pay anywhere near as well as looting. Planets and animals take way too many scan requirements to be fun, especially the solo predators who appear infrequently. You spend an ungodly amount of time running around hoping to get lucky with spawns. It doesn't help that there's no biome information for animals found in the waters or coastal areas, which is something I end up having to look up online. That feels bad. It's one of those things I hate very, very much about games. It's one of the things that kills me about a lot of RPGs too. Developers will do things like be very, very vague with like descriptions and stuff of what the mechanics do in like a particular like weapon or ability or something. And it's like, why are you not telling me explicitly what this does? How am I supposed to really understand how I want to build this character, utilize this equipment, if I don't even know exactly how it works? Like, what is the percentage of fire damage I'm doing with this weapon? It would be like, does a little bit of fire damage. It's like, what's a little bit, dude? Based off of the like base damage of the weapon, what's a little bit of fire damage? And it's like, why do developers do that kind of? Dude, I see it all the time, and I'm just giving you an example right there, but it happens all the time. And this is kind of the same thing they're talking about right here. You want the details in the game. You don't want to have to go look the crap up online. You know what I mean? That somebody else had to figure out and spend hours and hours and hours sciencing or something like that. That kind of stuff needs to be in the game, you know? I don't know. This is roughly what I was expecting from the reviews. We'll get more as we move forward, but you know, critic reviews have this as like mid to high 80s. I figured user reviews would be a little bit lower than that probably. on PC especially. And so overall, it's going to be a good experience for people, I think. It's not going to be Tears of the Kingdom. It's not going to be Baldur's Gate 3. I never expected it to be, though, you know. But this is about on par with what I expected we would get, yeah. That's the news, man. That's the news for today. It's fantastic to be back. You know what I mean? After our back to our usual schedule, having Wednesdays off. So yesterday was the day off, and we're back at it today, man. Feels good. So getting the news taken care of, staying up to date with what's going on in the industry and being current on that. And now we're going to move on, and we're going to go play some Fallout New Vegas Day 20, man. Probably tomorrow and through the weekend, more than likely, we'll end up playing some Endless Dungeon beta stuff. But if not, it'll be more Fallout New Vegas. If we get it set up, it will be Endless Dungeon. Be prepared for that, okay? But if anybody's been able to check out this new segment today live, or you're getting to check it out as a VOD later on, either on the Twitch channel as a highlight or YouTube as a VOD, all of the previous video gaming news segments, which are conducted at the beginning of every single stream, 6 days a week, as well as all of the gameplay content for all of our playthroughs, which happens directly after the news segment, just like we're about to do with Fallout New Vegas. All of our playthroughs, all of our video gaming news segments, all of our crazy, funny, wild clips and highlights, everything that happens here in the channel, all that content is in highlights on the Twitch channel here, as well as in playlists as VODs on the YouTube channel. And if you're getting to check out any of the content, man, and you're enjoying it, then I would prompt you to come hang out with myself, the rest of the amazing people that make up our community here whenever we do go live at 6 a.m. CST CDT 6 days a week now. No Wednesdays, 6 days a week. We're off on Wednesdays. We always go live and start it off with our video gaming news segment, and then we move on and play games for the rest of the day. So always looking for cool people to come be a part of what we do, that enjoy the world of video games that we all love so much around here, man. So other than that, happy Thursday. Hope everybody is having a great day so far. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for our next edition of Video Gaming News on September 8th. All right.